consent, as well as your obligations to your constituents and the people who elected you, that don't want a judge who is brilliant, a graduate of the Harvard Law School just like you are, but who will come out in every policy issue precisely against everything you believe in?
Well, that's, for me, all too easy to answer. When I say all too easy, that means that my answer, because it becomes readily, is suspect. But I'll give it anyway. Everything that I write, not only about these matters, but recently about higher education and what professors should and should not be doing in the classroom, depends on the idea of the distinctiveness of tasks. It seems to me that when you are in a position to be exercising some authority, whether it's in the judicial area or educational or any other, the first question you have to ask is, what is it that I'm being paid to do here? What is it? What obligation what charge have I received? And it seems to me in that situation, given the scenario or hypothetical that you sketched out, if there were a nominee in front of me, and I was persuaded by everything that every piece of evidence that I could muster, that judge would, in subsequent years, deliver opinions that I found antithetical to everything I believed in. But on the other hand, I believed that he was well qualified in the appropriate ways. I would vote for him because, and this is my bottom line, at that moment, that's my job. And I believe that you do the job that is appropriate to the task you were then engaged in, which means that you compartmentalize your life. And I'm a big, big, big fan of compartmentalization, even though I can't pronounce it. Try it, you'll like it.
I guess I would add something. I would say that the qualities that I've been articulating, I believe, ought to be part of the qualifications. Certainly we want, justices who are extremely well qualified in technical aspects of the law. But what was missing from the Bulgarian judge is something I think is required to be a justice of the United States Supreme Court. And if that were lacking, that would be a failure of qualifications.
I would do all I could to win the next presidential election, and then hope that Stanley and me and the rest of the Senate Judiciary Committee would recognize that they had a duty to to vote in favor of my candidates, just like I would have voted in favor of theirs.
I want to thank John Payton, Stanley Fish, and Burt Neuborne for what really has been one of the most interesting conversations I've heard about this. I want to thank the Brennan Center for putting it together, and I want to thank all of you for your good questions and your very patient listening. There is wine and water and other good stuff outside. Again, thank you very much for coming. Thank you to all the panelists.